Hello everyone, my name's Jamie. I'm going to show you how to crochet a blanket today. First, you're going to want to pick the pattern you want. I like the granny square, but there is the ripple pattern, there's the C2C pattern, which the C2C is just a corner to corner where it goes from one corner to the next corner. And it's very pretty itself. It's a little more complicated than most. We even have ones where it looks like skulls. So today we're going to do the granny square. First, you're going to want to pick your yarn after you pick your pattern. I like blue, so that's what I'm using. If I'm not mistaken, this is a 3-weight. Unfortunately, my youngest son decided he wanted to take off the paper, so I'm not positive on the weight. But you can use any yarn you want. They have baby yarn. Burnett yarn actually makes a really pretty baby yarn, and it comes in plain colors or the variegated yarn, which is multiple colors, and it changes colors on its own. After you pick your yarn and your pattern, you're going to need to pick a hook. I like using my H hook for a lot of my projects because it makes my projects seem a little more tight. So when it comes to gauge on your patterns, which is basically how loose your work is, it depends on the hook you use. So when I use my H hook with my thicker yarns like this yarn, it's going to be a little tighter than if it was just the baby yarn. So with the baby yarn, I always use the G hook that I have. If it's a really thin baby yarn or a really thin yarn, I go a little bit smaller than the G hook. But today we're using H, and we're going to use the yarn I have. So to begin, you want to take your yarn, you want to put it in between your thumb and pointer, wrap it around your pointer so that it crisscrosses, and then put your thumb in that loop, and then you're going to take it down and pull that through like that. And then you're going to stick your hook in that loop and pull it to where it's not tight, but it's tight enough that it's not going to just, see, it came off, but that's perfect. You don't want it too tight. You want it to be able to come off a little bit, but not much. So then you're going to crochet a chain, which is real simple. You just take your hook, wrap the yarn around it, and pull it through that loop. That's your first chain. So then you're going to do 3 more to make 4. After that, you're going to do a slip stitch, which is where you put your hook in that first chain. You just want it to go through the one loop on that first chain. Then you're going to take your yarn, wrap it around the hook, pull it through that first loop on the hook, then pull it through that next loop. So now you have a little circle. Then you're going to chain 3 like in the beginning. So 1, 2, 3. Then you're going to do a double crochet, which is basically where you take the yarn, wrap it around once, stick your hook through the middle of the circle you made in the beginning, wrap your yarn around that hook again, and pull that yarn through that little circle. Now you have 3 loops on your hook. You're going to wrap the yarn around your hook and pull it through 2 of those loops. Then you're going to wrap it around again and pull it through the next 2. You're going to do this, and it's going to be about 11 of the regular double crochets, and then your 3, which is going to make 12. And I can't figure out how to pause this, so I'm going to try and hurry up. 3. Alright, there we go. Now, when you do that, you want to slip stitch again into the top of that chain 3 so you make an actual circle. And that's the beginning of a crochet granny square blanket. After this, you want to go and you want to chain 3, and then you're going to do 3 in that one space that you're in the actual space itself, and then I'm going to skip 3, and then you're going to go and you will do 6 in the next little hole, and then skip 3 more and do 6 until you get back to the beginning, and then you're going to have that 3, so you're just going to do 3 more in that one spot. Then you just go around each time like that, and when you get to the spot in between the two 6, you want to do 3 in each spot. So each corner has 6.